It's Anime World here, and we're doing another video of what if Deku was reborn to Wakfu, part 11. Now, we start off when Deku and Hugo are in the sky with a dragon named Agnologia. And that's when they sense something powerful, really powerful, strong, demonic, and evil. And it's Demon King Rushu, and he's with someone on his shoulder. It's QB. Yeah, the guy who was he was laying down beside Hugo, and is a dragon as well. Well, Cube, not a dragon, Cube. I mean, Heliotrope like Hugo. Now we find out that he's evil. QB's evil. So, and he comes back. They come back with Adamai, and for some reason, Adamai is a full-size dragon, and Deku and Hugo, they're confused, and Adamai starts fighting Agnologia, and Agnologia is like, "That's no more Adamai. But Hugo, you need to go fight QB now, like you did before." And Hugo's like, "Wait, before? So you know me?" And Agnologia is like, "Just go." That's when Hugo goes, but Deku stays to help fight. And Agnologia is like, "Let's do this, young dragon." And that's when someone else is sensing all of this going down. And he's like, "Oh no, Rushu's here." So he senses this, teleports, and also jumping in the air. And slams into the ground of the water, making a big giant wave of water, sending the others there, but it might take a while. So, and that's none other than, he's taking over the world. But, nah, he's coming. That's when Dali, is like, "Okay, let's take on Rushu." That's when Ruby is like, "No, let's not take on Rushu. He's too strong. My brother's way too strong." And he's like, "Come on, don't be a scaredy cat, Ruby." And they fight, and, as normal. This goes like Hulk versus Ragnarok, and then he gets slammed into a wall. So, yeah, he's like, he's strong. And that's when Master Ghoultard comes, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Rushu, it's been a while." And that's when Rushu, and him fight, and Rushu knows that that's Master Ghoultard, and he's like, "If it isn't Master Ghoultard," and Master Ghoultard's like, "And if it isn't Demon King Rushu," that's when Rushu goes like, "Master Ghoultard's a strong one, so I'm gonna have to use my strongest form." And he turns into his strongest form. They fight. Their battle's legendary. Master Ghoultard's kind of losing. That's when Master Ghoultard says, "No more holding back," and he turns into a Yop God. And that's when he starts destroying him. And that's when he says, "I'm going to have to end this." And he says, "No, please, don't do this." And he grabs him, makes him jump in the air, and they go into a portal. They're gone. And Daddy's like, "It was for everyone's hope, so they live." Meanwhile, Deku's like, "I'm sorry, Adamai, but I'm going to have to fight you now." And, yeah, they fight. Then, meanwhile, again, QB's like, "You can't stop me, Hugo." And, they have their fight. Damn it. And Hugo's losing. Blasts, super speed, teleporting, nothing's working. QB has the Elia Cube with him. So, yeah, he's losing. Hugo gets slammed into a cave, and Agnologia's coming, and Deku says, "Can you hold him off for me?" And Deku's like, "Sure. I always wanted to fight a dragon, except for Zalama. I haven't really fought him, but well, whatever." And Deku fights Adamai. Agnologia comes. He helps Hugo, but he says, "I'm going to have to unlock your true potential, your true powers before you died." And Hugo's like, "Died?" And that's when Hugo's glowing, and his powers is flowing, and he's like, "Wait, is this my power when I was still alive?" And that's when they start fighting. Hugo's actually a match, but not too much because QB's got the Ilya cube. Then that's when Hugo and QB they get teleported into a black hole into space, and that's when Hugo has reunion with his pals, his people, and he finds out that he's actually a king. He's an heliotrope king, and QB comes, and he starts fighting Hugo, and he's losing. That's when Hugo's people help him, and they beat QB. Hugo says, "I have to go. I'm sorry, but I might come back one day." And they say, "Oh no." And that's when some old dragon that looks like he's more than 3,000 years old, and says, "Goodbye, old friend." And Hugo's like, "You too. Goodbye, Purunga." I'm just gonna call him Purunga, okay? Because I don't know these dragon names. And yeah, Hugo's got his memories back, and he knows that Hugo's evil. And QB's evil. And QB comes back, and he's about to hit Hugo. Oh, Jesus, their name is so confusing. And yeah, that's when Hugo takes the Ilya cube, uses the Ilya cube to trap QB in it, and says, "Goodbye, QB." And he leaves, and QB's like, "No, you can't trap me in here again. No!" And Hugo leaves, and he says, "It's finally over." And meanwhile, Deku's like, "Adamai, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to stop you." That's when Deku is finally, just forget it. Deku goes full power and says, "Forgive me." And this is the only picture I've got of him buffed, so yeah, he goes buffed, full power lightning god mode with white hair, and like his lightning is going wild. And that's when he sends a giant dragon flame blast. And this one, since it's at its max, I'm gonna call it Dragon King Roar. And he knocks Adamai out. No, he disintegrates Adamai, so and Adamai's normal body comes back. And yeah, everyone's happy. And yeah, they all have their reunion. Bakugo and Kirishima are happy because they got to fight. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. And sorry it was fast. I actually have to go. So, bye. Subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and peace.